Hey everybody, DeLong Shot Signatures here. This is episode 43 of my TTM returns. This will be everything for today, Friday. Got in 10 successes for 21 autographs, bringing me to 662 on the year. I did have a failure real quick. I sent to former, I think he was an LSU head coach, maybe even Indiana. It was about 200 days ago that I sent out this request, so I've since forgotten. But Curly Hallman, and no longer at this address, returned to sender. Not sure why it took so long to get back, considering that it was only just recently processed. So I'll have to see if I can find another address for him. I'm not super worried if I don't get him back. But always stinks to get a return to sender, but at least we know not to send there anymore. Then we'll get to the returns. First one I have here is a hockey return. I had a lot of trouble trying to find a second photo for this guy, so I just ended up sending one. Not too big of a deal. This is a one-of-one return from former hockey player Bob Halkitis. I'm not sure what position he played. It was just a name that I saw popped up, and Toronto Maple Leafs, I was gonna get it. So glad to get that one. Pretty quick return. Then we have a 1 of 2 success from a former quarterback I've received from him before. First time he signed for free, he signed both photos. This time I included some money and he only signed one. He is probably one of the most unpredictable signers out there. Getting this back from Jim McMahon. Got him on the 90 Fleer back when he was with the Chargers. He did send back my other card unsigned, the Pro Set when he was with the Eagles. Not really sure if he's going to be worth my time sending to again. We'll see. But still, at least I got something back signed. Then we have a former defensive tackle. Got 2 of 2 from Dave Rowe, formerly of the Saints, and looks like here the Raiders. Fast return there. I think it was about 9 days. Then we have a 2 of 2 return from a former NFL offensive lineman. These are coming back from Bob DeMarco, best known for his time with the Cardinals. Signed both of those in blue. Then we had a pretty interesting return here. Wasn't sure if I was going to be getting back any more college football players, but this one came back. It was in a larger envelope, so I thought it was one that I had sent out a long time ago. It's only been about 6 months. And he returned it in a Ziploc bag, too. I guess, in case, the envelope got wet. So that was really thoughtful of him. But this is a 2 of 2 return coming back from 2022 NFL draft prospect Dustin Crum of Kent State. He was pretty highly regarded at the start of the season. He's put up some really good stats, and Kent State's been a pretty good school over the past few years. But his stock has kind of fallen a little bit since. A lot of scouts are evaluating him as a backup or a third quarterback on a roster. So I highly doubt he goes in the first round or anything like that. But we'll see. Maybe he could be a mid-round pick. Would like to see him get drafted, though. So that's really cool to get back. Then we got some baseball returns. So first one here is a 6 of 6 return from former first baseman Kent Herbeck. I think that's his name. He does charge a fee. It's a very reasonable $5 per. Fantastic player back in the day. I think he won 2 World Series. So to get all these cards back for various sets for $5 each, very well worth the price. Signed all of those in blue. Came back after about 3 weeks, I think it was. So really glad to get those. Then we have a modern player. I couldn't find this card for the longest time, and I was doing some more cleaning and found a request I was going to send to him back in the 2020 spring training that never got around to because that's when COVID happened and everything. So resent the card to a home address and very quickly got back pitcher from the Colorado Rockies, Scott Oberg, signed there in blue. Really glad I found that one. And then we have 3 college baseball coaches. First one here is an active head coach. I believe he is the longest tenured active head coach for the school that he's currently at. So he's been coaching at this school since like the 70s or the 80s. They don't have a fantastic record, but again, that tenure is really, really difficult to get for a lot of programs. So for him to remain as the head coach for that long is truly remarkable. So this is a 2 of 2 success from Siena head coach Tony Rossi. Signed both of these photos in black. I am having a hard time with some of the coaches that I want to send to finding photos of them, especially for schools like these that maybe aren't super well known within Division I. They might be Division II or Division III in other sports. And some of these teams don't really have the best facilities, so there's not like a whole lot of stuff going on for them to take pictures of, other than maybe their games or interviews that they've done. So it does kind of limit me a bit, but I was able to find some photos of him. Then we have a former head coach here who won, I want to say it was the 94 College World Series Championship. So signing 2 of 2, got Larry Cockle, I think. Former Oklahoma University head coach. Here he is. I'm not sure if this would have been the NCAA championship or maybe like a tournament or regional or something like that. But really cool to get that one. And then this other return is from another former head coach who would go on to win 3 College World Series championships with Oregon State. So signing 2 of 2, got back Pat Casey. So signed that one in black. Looks like either a pen or a thin Sharpie. And then this one looks like a gold Sharpie, kind of, maybe an aged one. But really, really glad to get those. I had to put in a lot of research for these retired baseball coaches, and I'm actually really surprised by how many of those have come back. Because like with the college football, I was able to find a few. A number of those have been returned to sender. I did get a few back, but there's quite a few that I haven't received a response on. College basketball, I sent to a few of them, had a pretty good return rate on that. And then with college baseball so far, this might be, there's probably 1 or 2 more. But for the most part, I've gotten almost all of the ones I had to do my own research on back. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.